want to show you other weird things that have happened to me during this war, like that spirit is telling me stuff. This is... Okay, so these books are on the shelf. It's uncanny. I would pick it up. But this is, when I started my gift, my grandma started saying, you need to get out. There's a lot of conversations that are unthinkable, that are changing people's perceptions of who I am. And if you read this, I am now horrified that I've actually contacted Clint, and because I think this is what's going on behind my back. Because saying, I probably don't know, I wouldn't want them, some bitches are mean and ugly. And he's like, you here for the reunion? Like, this is during the time when they were making me outcast, and he's like, you fucking weirdo. And he's like, do you know who that was? And he goes, who? Because they're calling me, who is she? Like, I don't matter in that community anymore. Because they're calling that black girl Megan. I'm wondering if that's what really went on, all these horrible conversations. I was a fucking weird bitch. That's fucking gross. That's ugly to have sex with in all these kind of like rooms that they were chatting in. Because that would make a lot of sense of why I'm being outcast behind my back without knowing. As I just got told there was a lot of stuff going on behind my back. And that I was being outcast of their parties. Anyway, I do know last time I went to Christchurch and I was using the computer, not the last time, the time before, and my grandmother came in spiritually and she said it's a lost cause. She said that Christchurch is gone. And I just said, what does that mean? She just said they've destroyed it and destroyed you. And then I just saw an article that India had made the place a toilet. I took video of it. I've lost the original, but the picture can show that I needed asylum, because it's like articles showing what's going on. And this is what's going on. They're saying it's my birthday party. And they're all celebrating without me. There's all these people I knew and they're all acting like we weren't friends and we're not close, and it's so whatever. Christchurch is strange because every time I've gone down there I've bumped into people. People are so nosy and don't want to let you go. They want to meet up and talk about everything. Well, so is that what the whole thing is? They're making out that I'm some weirdo that never has people at my birthday. My mum and my family celebrated my birthday in Oz. And before that, I think I had an ex-boyfriend and we went and had dinners, but I can't have a party if these mothers are socially outcasting me everywhere, you know? Anyway, so look at this, the rights of a woman. It's just very strange. Like Tom Paine, he's the guy that wants Risker to be known as loved and me as ugly, and he's basically stolen all these people, all of my networks, and killed me, and I feel like he should really pay me for the loss of my whole life. Because these guys can say, we didn't know Jenny, but still, you can't say everybody in the whole world would just want to disassociate with me suddenly. You know, that's not right. Yeah, these people, this is the thing, and it's so basically when I went there was a place called Bloody Mary, and they said that she was stripping me of lifetimes of knowledge to create a new life, and same as I think it was saying that the brothers are taking away my heritage and my future and my legacy. And now I'm starting to believe it because of that $2 million toilet factory that he built. All of this stuff was going on, and I had researched. It's just strange. I'm just saying I wouldn't be looking at any of this stuff if I hadn't been going through this years ago. It's just they wanted to make me a man. Terrorism. This is them photographing me daily, humiliating me, outcasting me as some sort of gross old man that sits by himself on my birthday. But they kind of pushed me into being isolated, and they're kind of holding me hostage in some legend hole that I'm trash. This is exactly what they're saying about, you know how I said about co-governance? Okay, so this is what this is. All members have a stake in the business, and goods and services are produced for their own benefits rather than profit. Many socialists and advocate state ownership of industries so that they belong to the people of a nation as a whole, with authoritarian communist states taking businesses into state ownership, effectively running monopolies in every industry. Oh, did I read that wrong? I think I did read that wrong. But really, that is what co-governance is. They've all got a stake in the business in this Ponzi scheme, Indian Ponzi scheme, and I'm being outcast of that. And this is what they've done to me, created this inequality of power, and they're basically holding me ransom to this school of, you know, this hatred of all these chats where I'm outcast as an ugly root, basically. And then I think John's made me less quality as that girl, and they've humiliated me as a hag. And he's taking my legacy. But it's weird because I don't know how I found this stuff on my travels. I would have got them out of the bookshelf, but it's just weird that it's uncannily like got something to do with what's going on in my life, because they did drown me in a river that she was more, and they did take my legacy of spirituality and all of my entrepreneurship, and they did keep calling me a haggard old ugly mutt. And this is what the whole problem was. They kind of ostracized me as misery, and it's like, well, you can't keep me in states of violence and gore and expect me to be happy. The right to pursuit of happiness. Well, I was put in some sort of experiment of what's happiness and love, because I was a very happy, content woman. So I don't know what their findings were, but they've definitely made me miserable, I'll tell you that much, and taken away everything I needed. domestic violence, female genital mutilation, abortion, reproductive rights. Apparently they ripped out my baby and tried to just persecute me about my finances, and I'm not fit to have a baby. But I was a great mum, and at that time I felt like I was going to have a limited lifespan, so I made a very rash decision that should have been private, and again I've been exploited. Equality and difference. I think those brothers just saw like the things that I was working for in my life and took over the power of the country and took lessons from me in my life. I've got a lot of discrimination about the way I look, and I'm saying, well, the attitude of the city is that I've got to keep moving and being motivated in it. So, but what if you're learning every time you're motivated and doing well, you're going to get punched in the head? You know, you start to learn, like, you calling me a dog and like doing behavioural training, but really she's just punching me every time I do something positive. So she's reinforcing negative behaviour in me because she doesn't want me to get ahead in life. Do you know what I'm trying to say? But anyway, this is here if you want to read it. It's about discrimination. It's about racism. It's prejudice because I'm old. Often treated with suspicion and hostility, ethnic minorities. Like, they're really making out I'm not to be trusted. I'm pretty sure, like, some of my friends said the police were calling up saying don't trust me, which is really weird. So it must have been a regime, and I've done nothing really that bad, and they're kind of making out that they've just denied me the same right, so I don't have the right to pursue my happiness. They're blocking every path that made me happy, and they're also blocking every career choice. They're blocking family time. This, you know, the way that this politics and this country's done this is so unethical, and I feel like Sweden, Australia and New Zealand are accountable, and whoever's doing these unethical like experiments on love and happiness on me by taking away everything I needed. I was kind of happy. This is when I was researching. See, I've got a blazer on and that hat. Where are they? Oh, I'm just being robbed all the time. Cruel and unusual punishment. You're ugly.